Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Pre-Market News and Views by In the Money Stocks. Today is February 12th, 2014. I want to thank you all for tuning in. Let's jump right into the charts here. We'll start off with the usual S&P 500 E-mini futures. The futures this morning are trading lower by about a half a point to around 1813 per contract. So a decent little move off of the high of the morning, but nonetheless, they're only down about 50 cents at the moment, so you can't really make too much out of this. Yesterday, the market did surge across the board. It really was a broad-based rally for the most part, so decent move yesterday. We'll see how the market digests yesterday's gains. We'll see if this market can hold steady. Right now, when I look across the pond in Europe, European markets are fine with the exception of Spain, which is down around 0.3%, but the German DAX is basically up by 0.7%. The Milan market, which is Italy, the FTSE MIB, that is up 1%. And the FTSE 100, which is England, flat on the day. Now, England did say, or they hinted, that they would start to raise rates in 2015. So that could put a little bit of a halt on their market if that news does come to light. Looking at the Asian markets last night, really no problems across the board. It was flat to slightly higher. I don't really see anything that was negative. So again, Asia, Europe, they're both holding up pretty well. No problems out of there today. But when you look at the U.S. markets, we're just getting a little bit of a pause after a big rally day like yesterday. Let's take a look at some stocks in the news today. We're going to start off with Deere. Deere reported earnings. The stock caught a nice bid. It closed at 87.46. It's trading at 88.65. There's not much we could do with it at the moment. If the stock got up to around $93 and $93.50, I think that would be an area where you could probably fade this equity, but I'm not sure it's even going to make it up there. In the short term, you'll have a lot of resistance around $91.50. So keep that on your radar. But right now, Deere is up a little bit. I believe they reported earnings, and anytime a company reports numbers, they're going to move up or down. But again, not a real big move one way or the other. But nonetheless, they are higher after reporting earnings. Next one we're going to take a look at today is Dow Chemical. Ticker symbol is DOW. This stock right now has rejected an idea from one of its activist shareholders. I believe Dan Loeb was asking to split the company in two. Dow Chemical has said they will not do that. So again, the stock yesterday closed at 46.84. Today it's trading at 46.17. A level you want to watch for this stock, if it does sell off sharply, would be all the way down to $42. Around 42.10, $42, right in there. You want to be a buyer of this for a bounce, okay? I'm not sure it's going to get there, but if it does get down to around $42 today, watch a nice bounce. That's a real good level. Should be solid, should be strong, should give you a scalp bounce level around 42 on Dow Chemical. Next one we're going to take a look at is TripAdvisor. TripAdvisor right now is trading at $88.33. The stock closed yesterday at $84.20. So it's a pretty sharp pop. It does have some resistance at 90, but there's really nothing wrong with the chart. So we want to respect what we're seeing, at least at the moment. And you're getting a nice little pop out of it. So watch for some resistance at 90. But again, it's a strong name, strong stock. It's in an uptrend. You don't really want to get in front of this one on the short side. Let's take a look at FEYE. FEYE is the ticker symbol. I will have a gap level for this one. Stock closed at $78 and a penny yesterday. It is now trading at $73.25. I will have some gap levels posted up for this one at 9 a.m. But nonetheless, this is a pretty good fall on FEYE. Again, I'm not sure exactly what the news was. I think they just reported a loss, smaller than expected. Either way, I don't know how much we can make out of it. But that's why we could care less about the earnings report. We just care about the market's action. So we'll see if it gets down to our level. We will be buyers of FEYE if it does get to our level. Next one we're going to take a look at is FOSL. They reported earnings as well. Stock is trading at 120.50. It closed at 117 yesterday. So good little pop. I'm not sure there's going to be all that much in this equity to the upside. So I'm going to try to work on some levels for FOSL, but I'm not sure you're going to see all that much more upside from here. 121 looks like a lot of resistance. 124, but I will put some levels out. I'm going to try to get them out for the intraday stock chat room, but again, don't expect much upside on FOSL today. Looking at the next stock on the list here is Amazon. Looks like Amazon's hiring 2,500 people, so guess what? Stock goes down. The stock is selling off a little bit. It closed at 361 yesterday, 361.79. Today it's trading at $355.99. So down a little bit on that news. I don't see anything great here for Amazon, but I'll tell you what. Watch the chart pattern. You do have a little bit of a support level at 330. If it does get down there, that would be a long way lower. But it is possible when you're dealing with a $350 stock to see some major declines. So again, I'd watch the $330 level. I think there's real good support there if it does really slip. But the hiring of 2,500 people, I don't think it's going to cause the stock to go down to that level. But if it does, hey, there's your play. Looking at gold this morning, you do have the gold market today. Let me just make sure I have my right quote on gold here. Yeah, gold is basically flat. You're not getting much out of it. Gold is basically flat on the session. So not too much that we can make out of gold today. It's only up about 20 cents to $12.90, but gold did surge yesterday. So you had a really good move yesterday in gold. I would expect it to stall out a little bit up here. Ultimately, I do think gold wants to go higher, but in the shorter scheme of things, it's a little bit overbought into very good resistance in the near term. So watch for gold to pull back just a touch or go sideways. Also keep an eye on the dollar yen. If the dollar yen moves lower, and it is lower today, so dollar yen is down today by about 30 cents. If the dollar yen moves lower, that would be a positive for gold to move higher. So keep that on the radar. But we do have a weaker dollar yen today, and that should be noted. Again, gold and dollar yen will trade inverse to each other. Looking at the oil market, oil is flying again today. It's up another dollar, or another 99 cents, I should say, to $100.93. Let's go to the USO. You're going to see this trading above 36. It has upside to 36.10 now. So again, oil continues to remain strong. Winter storms everywhere you look. So again, the energy traders know that, and they'll push oil up a little bit more. But oil right now is holding up pretty well. Watch for resistance on the USO around 36.10. That's what I have. Sometimes it can overshoot a little bit, but around 10:30 this morning we will have the oil inventory numbers released, so that can always cause some volatility. Watch oil around that time. You could maybe see a little bit of a pullback, but if there's a big drawdown, I guess oil could go a little bit higher. But right now I'm just seeing the USO with resistance around $36.10. All right, let's just go do a real quick recap on the S&P futures. They are now higher by about 50 cents. Make that 75 cents at the moment to 18.14 spot 25 per contract. So futures market catching a little bit more of a bid. If the dollar yen would move higher, that would help the futures move up as well. Again, we're going to have to watch this market pretty closely. After a big rally day like yesterday, the next trading day is more subdued. So we'll see if that is the case going forward today. But nonetheless, I don't really see any real problems here with the market. To see a slightly positive day or a flat day would not be a big surprise. With that said, everybody, I want to wish you all a great trading day, and we will see everybody on the charts. Take care now.